This is really a pleasure and an honor to be here, and I wish to thank Raffaella and Giuseppe and all the people who made this research project possible. I'm a little bit scared, I must say, because I'm here, as Raffaella said, to represent the HOPEnDialogue, the Italian HOPEnDialogue network, and also the Italian Hearing Voices network. And this is too much, and makes me think of having a multiple personality disorder. And because there are many psychiatrists in this room, this is the reason for my fear. But, well, I decided not to worry too much, and think that myself and all of us have inside more than one voice. And that is life and not psychopathology. The Italian HOPEnDialogue network is a baby, as Raffaella said, was born about 2.5 years ago. It is not a registered something, it is not a registered association, a registered charity. But as a baby, is curious, wants to explore, wants to move, wants to take risks. As Raffaella said, the Italian project about HOPEnDialogue, which ran from 1915 to 1917, had the aim to check the transferability of the HOPEnDialogue approach within the Italian mental health system. And here I could say many things. I will say only two things. There are many obstacles in doing this. And from my point of view, two are the main ones. One is the Basaglia law. I will explain a little bit. The Basaglia law is a thing that made us, the mental health professionals from Italy, very proud of having made something important. Even the ones like myself that were students at that time at high school. And this created a situation that in some way we started to think that we have done the job. And so it's so easy to, there is a way of saying, you can put one thing out from the door, but can enter again from the window. So the spirit of the institution, the culture of the asylum systems could be part of a community-based system also. So we have to be very careful. And so the other obstacle, in my opinion, is the paternalistic attitude of many professionals. I don't think it's only a problem of this country, but we have the mamma. In Italian, we have this, the mother. The mother means everything to us. The mother knows everything. The mother knows what is wrong, what is right. And as professionals, we pretend sometimes to be the parents, the mother or the father of our clients, and decide what is better for them, in their interest, of course. And so an approach like HOPEnDialogue, which is based on responsibility, on the real involvement of everyone in the treatment, is something which is not so easy. It's like a dress which is not so easy to wear. A few words about the Italian Hearing Voices Network. This is a registered charity founded 8 or 9 years ago, in which voice hearers, mental health professionals, and family members, and academic, and people are looking to the experience of hearing voices as an understandable and meaningful human experience. We promote training not only for the professionals, research, and the setting up of self-help groups for voice hearers. There are at the moment about 30 self-help groups in various parts of Italy, really from Trento to Sicily. Being part of this family, I've learned that dialogue is the most powerful tool we have to try to live in peace with ourselves and with the others. And dialogue means that every voice must be heard rather than being silenced or ignored. And that dialogue needs time, trust, and hope. When I was a young psychiatrist in training, I read for the first time the researches made by Luc Ciompi and others in Switzerland about the prognostic factors for the recovery from psychosis. And you know the story. Most important prognostic factors were not the usage of the right drug, the age of the patient, the gender, if he came from a rich or a poor family. The really important prognostic factor was positive expectations about recovery. Positive expectation from the interested person, from the professionals, from the family members. And sometimes I think that this thing must be put on the wall, on a piece of paper, in every office, in every institution. And at least myself, I need to read this every day. My friend Ron Coleman, who is a voice hearer, says quite often that recovery is a journey that must be made together by the patient and the professional, or he better says, the expert by experience and the expert by profession. And I've been thinking for a long time that my duty was to walk with the patient, to stay beside him or her, like a Boy Scout who is helping an old lady to cross the street. And then I realized one day, listening to Marius Rom, Marius is a psychiatrist who is the father of the Hearing Voices movement, that this is not the right way to be together. Because Marius said the goal of the Hearing Voices network is not to change psychiatry, but to try to change ourselves. And so I really think that the change is not something that we could ask, as HOPEnDialogue says, to the others, but we could try to do within us. And so I'm very happy to be here with people who could try to change ourselves. Thank you.